Whoa, 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 whoa. Totally in the rocks, guys. And then you try something totally different. The fish are more active. They have a bubble in the belly from one point to the other. I try to take advantage of the low current. Oh. No, 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 no. After a long time away from YouTube, I know some of you thought I was only making paid content for memberships. The truth is, I was stuck in a kind of dead end. Why? Well, I was busy developing the new Western gear, making sure everything was perfect before showing to you. And fishing with my old gear while doing that would have been, let's say, unethical. But now, the gear is ready, the adventure is calling, and we are back on track. Another fishing journey begins with lots of fish. And if you missed my Greek list, well, the wait is finally over. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's really early. Actually, it's still dark. It's the night itself. Yeah, I've been driving for a while, and I'm going for short jigging, heavy lure spinning. And while you'll get a glimpse of some of the new gear coming soon, I didn't want my first video back to be a product showcase. This is a real fishing video, full of tips, tricks, hints, and of course fish, just like you're used to. Don't worry, more gear focused videos are on the way. But enough with talking. Now let's get advantage of that beautiful moon face with a glowing full moon ready to set. The rocks are welcoming us. Somehow, I still remember how to walk on this hostile terrain. The gulls are annoyed by my presence, yet I'm on familiar ground. Today, I have two allies, the moon face and a mixed sky, the shifting clouds driven by the air. This will work in our favor. The wind isn't ideal and conditions aren't perfect, but I'll take advantage of the current windows throughout the day. I'm carrying two rod setups, one medium heavy, one heavier, because this place is demanding. My primary target today is the goldblotched grouper, as this winter has been scarce for pelagics. The waters are still cold, so I'll start early, but my bet for peak activity is around midday, from 11 to 3 when the sun warms the water and the current slows. As the sky clears, the shy sun will push some baitfish closer to the surface to warm up, and that is always a good moment to catch the first fish of the day. The baitfish might be around, but as you can see on the surface, the currents are still strong. That is why I'm using the digging sardine, a sinking pencil built to stay steady in the flow and flash hard with its axe-shaped lip. With the fish still a bit lazy, this is the perfect way to start.
Barra. Yes.
Some flies seem to share my excitement. I think it's time for a bath.
Let's put a pink saddle brim. The hour is perfect for a pink saddle brim.
The currents might be too much for the groupers, but not all fish hate the flow. The barracuda was staying low to avoid it, just like a trout finds shelter behind a rock. But some species actually use the current to fill their bellies. That's why I'm switching to the rush bait. A heavy, long-casting minnow, perfectly bite-sized with exceptional performance in and out of the currents. Its wide wounded-like action really grabs attention. Let's see if a bonito is lurking nearby. The pink saddle brim color is perfect for these light conditions, and definitely something the fish haven't seen before. The sharp rocks stretch out in front of me, a dangerous fishing ground only for the bold, and apparently the bald. Now watch this.
Did you show that, guys? What was that? A snapper?
A short cast just to fall in the eyesight of the fish.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Not on the rocks. I let it run. I let it run. Come on! Alicha! Ha! Alicha! So it was Alicha! Ha! You see? Come on! Nope! Woohoo!
That explains why the fight was so intense.
So what happened was that it followed, I saw the turbulence of the waters that leerfish made behind my lure, and I cast it again and I got it. Honestly, I thought it was a snapper in the shallows because it was totally in the rocks, guys, totally in the rocks. I've never seen leerfish in centimeters of water. It was insane. But that's the beauty. That's the beauty of fishing. Sometimes you can get things that you could never expect. Fast, very fast. We need to be fast. Need fast to be. I totally wet my shoes.
And my pants.
Wait, wait, wait. Go, 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 go. Whoa! Yeah. Yes. A disaster. what happened is a disaster. It's one of the worst things that can happen to me. I wet my shoes early in the morning. Come on. Come on. Impossible. But it is what it is. I will have to fish the rest of the day with wet shoes. And I have dry socks, but I don't have dry shoes. I wasn't expecting to wet my shoes. Yes, I'm wet. But it's worth it, right? The best way to start the day. Let's see how this day will continue. So, I will leave my socks there. I squeeze them so all the water move as much as possible at least. I wear the dry socks and I will leave this to dry. After probably half an hour they will be dry and then I will change again. So I will do it 3 times and eventually my feet will be dry, more or less. If you wonder if my shoes are waterproof, they are. But when the wave comes higher, it goes from above. And also all waterproof shoes after a fair use, they stop being waterproof because they start to have small openings here and there. So that's a strategy I do, especially in the winter. In the summer I don't care. That's it. Just for your information, guys. Just carry always a second pair of socks because wet feet, for me, they can destroy my fishing. And later in the night when I will take out my shoes, if I only have 1 pair of socks, then I will have a culture of mushrooms in my feet. Nah.
Since the currents are still strong, I will get my heavier gear and try a bit deeper and closer to the rocky bottom.
Seagull leftovers. They cleaned it from any flesh, and here we can see the feathers. So, bird of prey or other seagulls? Honestly, I have seen more times seagulls eating dead seagulls than vultures. I don't know if anything eats seagulls. Probably they taste so bad that only they eat themselves. And only if they are dead. I haven't seen actually ever a seagull killing another seagull, for sure. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's continue. Life on the rocks.
The only truth I need. So I throw my line where the deep hearts beat, where the waves hit hard and the currents meet. Every fight, every run, every burning reel, that's the life I'm living. Waves of salt and steel, no glory cheap, no easy thrill. Just a man in the sea and a silent will. There's nothing you don't fight for, but I keep coming back for more. So I throw my line where the deep hearts beat, where the waves hit hard and the currents meet. Every fight, every run, every burning reel, that's the life I'm living. Waves of salt and steel, no glory cheap, no easy thrill. Just a man in the sea and a silent will.
I moved into deeper water and higher ground. From here, my presence is virtually invisible to the fish. The change in the current is near, and to get their attention, I'll switch to the new Garzilla jig, a jig made of zinc, with almost double the size of a typical lead one, just like a big needlefish. They say, big lure, big fish, and while that's not always true, it works more often than not. In such conditions, a chrome UV color is absolutely lethal. My drag is set to full. The rocky bottom here is unforgiving. If I get a strike, you'll hear the lion's roar, because I'll have to keep that fish away from the deadly rocks.
Whoa! Whoa!
That's a big grouper.
Oh, that's an appropriate grouper. That's an appropriate grouper. Oh. You will see now.
When I went down to land that fish, I saw another one following it. I'll make a few more casts later, but I know the chances of getting it are almost zero.
Yes. Yes. Whoa. Okay. Seems that during this time the sun came out. So I'm going to change color.
It took me some time to get the photos of that fish, and by then the sun was already out. Now I'll switch to a more natural color. I know there's at least one big fish down there, but we've already met, and for some reason I don't think he liked my ugly face. The current is starting to drop, and soon the groupers will move into the shallows to feed, so I won't spend much time here. Time to walk back to my base and from there to shallow water. Here I'll use the Buzz Vibe, a vibrating lure that swims all the way to the bottom. Its shape is completely different from anything these fish have seen before, and its action is equally unique. I'll rig it on the vibrating option, and that strong effect will make it very hard for a grouper to say no.
It's not a big fish, but come up higher, higher. Ah, it's a baby grouper. Whoop. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah. No, 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 no. Okay. Insane, huh? Come on. Okay. Wow. And of course it cut me. Vibrating lures. I always wanted to make one for my saltwater fishing. Soon you will know more. But as I say, vibrating lures, I mean, even if you fish for the first time, it's so easy to give you a fish. But you will know more soon. Let's continue.
As the current drops, just before the change of the flow, I am moving to the other side, shallower and more protected. The peak activity should start any moment. If I spot some small groupers in the shallows, the bigger ones will soon follow. A strategy that never failed me.
As we can see inside, it's shallow. It's sand and Posidonia and rocky bottom. It's a mixed bottom. I'm gonna try a minnow, heavy minnow, that doesn't dive too much. It dives only 1.5 meters. And if there are fish here, they will probably go up and get it. Because the currents come from one point to the other. So in here, there are no currents. So fish, if there are, they should be a bit active. Or they will feel motivation to go a bit higher. Let's try. Whoa, whoa. Oh. Okay. A groupie ready to rip. Why you are ready to get ripped? Whoop. Hoppa. Ah, you see? It instantly released. Ah. Let's release it. Woo. Bye-bye. Told you. Let's try some more casts.
Walking and casting is always exceptional, as long as the rocky shore allows you to move around. I am going to use the Bass Vibe one more time, but this time rigged from the middle ring. That gives it a completely different action. Have you ever seen a sinking pencil with such a wide shape and such erratic movement? No? Neither have the fish.
Whoa! What is this? Another grouper. Ah. Okay. Okay. So the second position worked. Come on, I want a big one. Stay still. Whoop. Yes. Whee! When time comes, I will explain you everything about the three rigging positions on this lure. But each position gives a totally different action to that lure. And we're going to find out very soon. Okay, let's continue.
I'll switch back to the rush bait. I need to make the fish come up to my lure, especially now that the current has completely dropped.
Ooh.
If the small ones are here, it's only a matter of time before a bigger one shows up.
No.
Damn, that was a good one.
Come on. Come on. Small one. That's a small one. It was a baby. It's okay. But still a small grouper that attacked high. The previous one was a bit better. Still a grouper, but it spit. Well,
a big one should be around. I can feel it. I can smell it. I can almost taste it. I'll say it one more time. If so many small groupers are in the shallows, it's because of the bait fish. And wherever there is plenty of bait fish, there are also bigger groupers. Now let's get one.
whoa!
Full drag one more time. The reason is obvious in front of me.
Yes, yes, that's the way to do it. It goes down again, but I will not allow it. That's a nice fish, guys. Oh, look at this fish. Whoop, yeah, Come on, you have to behave. Yes, you need to behave very well. You see how it get up to attack. I'm telling you again, this lure doesn't dive too much. It dive 1.5 meters, and still the fish go up and get it. So it seems now that the currents are way lower, the fish are more active to go high in the water column. It's a beautiful fish, guys. Beautiful. But I need to release that fish. I already have one, and it's more than enough. Let's try something different. Something slimmer.
This is the Kuda Kid, a super long casting, slim bodied, smart sinking pencil that triggers strikes very easily. Now is the perfect moment to use it, because I don't want the fish seeing the same lure again and again, and because this has always been one of my best strategies, to keep getting more and more fish from the same spot. That also looks like a nice one. What do you think?
Okay. Come here. Yes. Yes. Incredible. It was lower and it wanted something slimmer. So that's why when you have and you try different lures, different styles of lures, you always have more chances to get more fish. Simple as that. Because fish get used the same story again and again and again. You change a bit and magic happens. I casted so many times above the previous lure that I got already a fish. They understand, they know, they get used. It's part of their nature to learn fast. And then you try something totally different, slim, and with a totally different action, and boom, you get another fish. Guys, keep that in mind.
Following my own advice, I'll change my lure again. I might have another chance at a fish. But the sun will soon start to set, and the bite will slow, so I need to make every single second count.
Ah, come on!
they know. Now they know. I need to make a decision. Either I head back to the shallow area to try and get some more fish that might have arrived, or I return to the deep spot where I got that first monster grouper and try to get its friend. The time is pushing and definitely there is not enough for both. This is a gamble. What would you choose? Please comment below. I want to hear your thoughts.
Nothing more on that place. Of course, I got a numerous of fish, so now they're worried. I need to move even farther, find new places, and that's a must for grouper fishing. You need to keep walking and searching areas. For other fish, they will patrol the area and eventually they will pass in front of you. But for groupers, you need to be active and walk. So let's walk.
Decision made. I'm moving back to the deep spot, and this time I'll go with a soft lure. Let's hope this does the job.
Another dawn, another fight, chasing dreams in the fading light. The world still sleeps while I cast my lure. Where the sea begins, my heart's secure. She calls me back with every wave. Her voice is wild, but I'm her slave. I got salt in my soul and wind in my chest. I'm traded comfort for the ocean's test. Through the storm and through the cold, I still go. 'Cause this life chose me long ago. No gold can buy what the tide lets me hold. This is where I'm free. This is where I'm whole. I miss goodbyes and easy days. Chased horizons that slipped away. Out there where the silence speaks, I touch the faith the ocean keeps. Every cast a lesson, every pull a prayer. To the sea that owns me, I'm always there. I got salt in my soul and wind in my chest. I've traded comfort for the ocean's test. Through the storm, through the cold, I still go. 'Cause this life chose me long ago. No gold can buy what the tide lets me hold. This is where I'm free. This is where I'm whole. She breaks me down. She builds me new. I've lost and found myself in blue. Every cast is faith. Every wave's a call. I give her everything. She gives it all. I've got salt in my soul and fire in my chest. Still chasing peace I've never possessed. Through the storm, through the pain, I still go. 'Cause this life chose me long ago. No chains can bind what the sea made whole. I'll die with salt in my soul.
not a big fish,
Seeking,
on the fall.
she never forget.
It works really nice, the Sandy
Be
Andy.
here, waiting when the sun returns.
So much fun today. Come here. Ah. It's a... Oh! Look what we have here.
That's a fish you don't see every day.
Beautiful. So the big ones that I saw in the morning are they know what happened, and they seem that they were not gonna strike again today. But another day, it's a big possibility. I just need to give them some time. Well, time is all we have. Plenty of it.
As the sun paints the shoreline in gold, I will try one last effort. I am moving along the southern corner where the growing currents break. The groupers had already their peak, so they won't be aggressive. My only chance? A strong, almost annoying vibration and sound. Buzz vibe is on one more time, rigged from the vibration ring. The lure swims naturally as it sinks to the bottom, and that natural action gets the fish attention. Especially with a buzz vibe, you must always keep an eye on your line, as the lure swims towards the bottom. A strike might occur at any moment. Seconds after touchdown, a violent strike. Once again, I'll use full drag to lift it fast because the bottom here is extremely rough. With the depth increased, I'll try to blow the swim bladder with quick, strong pulls.
No.
The fish
Again.
manages to reach the rocks in the last meter.
Let's wait.
It took 15 minutes to get it out.
Oh. You see, it got bubble. And that's a reason why when they go in the shallows in a random hole, it takes too long to go down again because they have a bubble in the belly. Can you see? Let's take it out. Nice. the sun is setting. In half an hour it will be dark. So I need to finish that fishing here. Not that bad, eh? Eventually I try to take advantage of the low currents the moment that they drop, and that helped a bit. I would consider it a good day eventually. I was not expecting these results, to be honest. I'm not gonna play the ultimate teacher, no, I was expecting much less. So I'm very happy, For one more time, that shows that it's much better going fishing rather than staying in the house if we have the opportunity, even if the conditions are not the right ones. Thank you very much, guys. See you soon. I love you all. Have a good evening. See you soon. Bye-bye.
It feels so good to be back, and what better way than a Rock Diaries video, just like the old times. If you enjoyed this, now you know what is coming next. Until next time, stay salty.